Looky here, it's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
So you know, we have a gym next door to our studio. Yeah. Just so you know.
In case you guys hear screaming, we're not superset. It's not us.
It's kind of funny because when we moved into this place where we're in, which I absolutely love, I knew there was a place next door, but didn't even think twice about it. Yeah. Really, because I'm thinking, oh, that's not a big deal. Because I mean, you go in and work out and whatever. Now they like throw their weights.
Yeah, there's not a machine in that place. It's all free weights and there's grunting.
Oh, and I have to wonder because not yesterday, doesn't really matter. But one evening, sitting here and they were throwing them, and literally you could hear the wall shake.
It's
and
crazy.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
This is, and somebody was really getting into it.
And what I love is 80% of the people that come out of there are women.
Oh, I haven't noticed that.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of guys.
Yeah.
'Cause they were like dragging weights down the street.
Yeah, I've seen that on sleds and stuff.
Little plow ponies or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've seen that a couple of times, but I haven't noticed that. I've seen a lot of guys in there too, but yeah, crazy.
I don't know, I think my closet is leaking at my house. I haven't said anything to Beth yet, but I think it's like somewhere it's leaking.
So from above, you're getting water coming in.
I don't know.
Water on the floor.
Something, because all my shirts got wet and they all shrunk in the off season. Because now I'm wearing my long sleeves. Everyone,
out. They're all small.
They're all this is weird. I think so. There has to be,
or is it just because you've been working out so much?
Oh no. It's not in the shoulder trapezoid area. It's in other areas of the shirt area
that it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, so
that's
just
crazy.
saying, just a little pro tip there. If you guys maybe who else has a wet closet?
Check for leaks in your closet.
There we go.
Maybe something shrunk. Holy smoke! All right, let's see what we've got going on this weekend. I do know that as we speak, this is a turn of the seasons. No guarantee it's going to stay this way, but our first official freeze of 2019 is coming tonight.
Oh, man.
And some areas, I'll tell you, not looking forward to 8, 9, 10 inches of snow because there are places already got it in the panhandle. Closed schools.
Yeah. It looks gross. It seems like it was just here. It seemed like summer took forever. I was ready for this to get here. Now that it's chilly willy, it's like soon. It was just here.
I know. It's too soon. It's too soon. They said... I hate that whole shoveling snow while there's leaves underneath it. Yeah. And it's just such a mess.
Yeah, I hate that too.
But yeah, it's going to get frigid. Denver was 70 degrees. They were in the 20s today, I believe. So
dumb.
But it happens every year, but we're always amazed.
I know.
But yeah, so we're getting into that. And then this weekend, the Huskers are playing up in Minnesota.
Right.
Minnesota.
Today, as the episode goes live, it's today.
As today, that's right. So this weekend, playing for the broken bits of chair.
Yep.
Right.
Which we haven't seen for a minute. Did we win last year? I don't even remember.
We won 4 games last year.
Yeah. So chances are probably not.
I don't know. I just enjoy the pageantry anymore.
It's evolved. Nebraska football. She has a good personality. Yeah.
She is a great friend.
She's such a good laugher and a good listener. And man, can drive good.
Yes, yeah.
But we're
you
fine.
You can count on her. She's reliable.
You know what?
She's always there for you.
She's reliable. So last year, Nebraska had a good personality, was reliable, made you laugh. This year, good personality still, but she's been kind of taking care of herself, combing her hair a little bit more.
I think she may have had a makeover.
Waxing that upper lip a little bit.
That's a start.
Yeah. So
it's the little things.
It is the little things.
That can make big changes.
Right.
And that make people look at you and go, what's different?
It's the attitude.
We still have a kicking problem apparently too. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
Because I think they're using the soccer kid.
Yeah.
Is going to be because the kicker isn't going. The second kicker.
The kicker that saved the day last week. He's not going. So. All right. Well,
we'll see about that.
We don't know what we're talking about.
We don't. But speaking of other sports that we don't know anything about,
I got to tell you, this new microphone situation is driving me crazy.
If you want to turn it back around?
No, I will get through this one. But you got to before we're done. You got to take a picture of me because this is just. I'm getting a headache. My left eye is starting to go.
Please just turn it back around. Hold on, I'll take a picture of you.
It's not supposed to.
So everybody can see. It's not supposed to be like that. That's awesome.
Hold on. That's much better. Good Lord. That was just a disaster.
What's the name of Tim Allen's neighbor?
Mr. Al.
Oh,
Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson.
That looked like Wilson.
You look like Wilson now.
A Tech Wilson.
You're just kind of hiding.
Yeah.
looking over the top. Other things we don't know much about: baseball. We know a little bit about the I guess technically about baseball. You played baseball. They're in the playoffs.
Technically, I played
right?
baseball. Yeah.
So in the professional, the Major League Baseball, they're in the playoffs. Just started this weekend. And you got tonight, as we speak, on Saturday, the 12th, Yankees going against the Astros. That's Astro Clay's team.
Yeah.
Houston. I'm sure he's thrilled
Probably.
because they're in the playoffs. So that's cool. And also the National League. I do know that. The Nationals are playing the St. Louis Cardinals.
Okay.
And I'm kind of hoping for the Nationals.
I do. I know that also, but because again, a bachelor tie, bachelor, bachelorette. Because you remember a long time ago on the show,
Bachelor.
yeah, of course. Who else would I be talking about?
I don't
person?
know. I don't know.
Natalie Getz, who won like the Bachelor before it became Bachelor in Paradise. It was Bachelor Pad or something where there was like a competition where bachelors that came off, Bachelor and Bachelorettes that came off the show, went in and tried to win some money, and she got hosed by some guy because he switched. Like it was the first season
on Bachelor?
of that.
That's crazy.
No,
Really?
no, Bachelor Pad.
No, I
This
mean
is
on Bachelor Pad, somebody got hosed.
They got hosed. Well, they got. I was gonna say she got screwed. No, she got lied to. Anyway,
All the euphemisms
they were
do
supposed
not
to.
work.
They were supposed to like
screwed.
team.
The shaft. I'm just, there's nothing, you can't say anything. She got lied to.
She got not one. Like it's the couple they used to couple up, the boy and girl, whatever,
Right.
and they would. It was all about trust because if they got to the final two or whatever, I'm paraphrasing big time. Like if the both of them got together to the final and they won, then they had to
remember
pick what
this.
the other one was gonna. If either they were gonna split the $500,000 and each walk away with $250,000, or one of them had to kind of like, I want the money. And if somebody said they wanted the money and the other one said that they were going to split it, the person that wanted the money got all the money.
Oh, that's why. 'Cause
Yes.
that's what I was trying to think. What was why would you even choose to take all the money if you both, you know what I mean? I was like, how would you do
right.
it? That's right. So if one
she
said,
got hosed.
so if they both said they wanted all the money, what happened?
I don't know. They split it probably.
Okay, something-
Yeah. So
anyway,
anyway, what the guy
There's
did
a
a turncoat.
betrayal.
Yeah, there was a betrayal, and she ended up losing tons of cash. Anyway, back to the whole Nationals v. St. Louis is that her. I'm friends with her on Facebook. No big deal. And her boyfriend.
That's not really friends.
Well, no, her boyfriend's from Nebraska.
Okay.
And the only reason why I know that is because some rando pictures that flew through my timeline once he had a Husker hat on. This was like a year and a half ago. And I'm like, well, hold on. So I sent her a note.
No.
And she's like, yeah. I
did?
believe it or not, I talk to her probably once every 3 or 4 months. No big deal.
Just send her a note this weekend.
Yeah.
So is he a Nationals?
No, he just had to write in.
So what's the connection here?
Just because I knew that because she loves St. Louis.
Okay, there we go.
Yes, and they're at the game. They were at one of the games this past week, and I saw her there with the hat and him there with the Husker hat.
So
and
St.
then I knew
Louis, then. So they're hoping to get another feather in their cap.
Sure.
Because they're trying to make it to the finals, right?
Sure.
So they've got a bachelorette from there. Well, they also have the dubious distinction of leading the nation in STDs.
Oh, well.
Thought I'd throw that out there for you.
Really?
St. Louis does once again. For the last 2 decades, St. Louis has led the way in the rates of STDs.
Good Lord. Well,
2 decades, 20 years. Somebody says, clearly something's not working here.
Apparently
Is it not
not.
advertised enough? Are they somehow not welcoming people? Is it a
What the
stigma
heck?
issue? Because antibiotics can cure the 3 top STDs that lead to them being number 1. But they did say there is a little difference in the way that they rate it. Not a huge difference, but a little bit of it. St. Louis and Baltimore are the only cities that report their numbers as independent cities rather than as a county. To me, that only makes it worse.
Yeah, if it's a smaller sample.
Because if it's not including the whole county, this is just the city, and they're number 1.
I don't know, man. Wow, yeah, that doesn't. Yeah,
So-
they should have kept that fact to themselves because that does not sound like necessarily
If you're
a good
going
thing.
to a Cardinals game,
Wear your helmet.
dust off your seat.
Right, please. Yeah. Bug bomb it. Gross.
Of all things. That's awesome. Okay, so there's that. What else do we have going on? On a good note, this weekend, there's also going to be a Hunter's Moon. We're in that time of year. Sunday night, as we speak, Sunday evening is when October 13th is when that will happen.
And Hunter's Moon, is that like really bright for hunters? Or why do they call it a hunter's moon?
Right. Yeah. It doesn't really, it's not tied to any specific month. It's just the first full moon after the harvest moon and the one closest to the autumn equinox.
Okay.
And so and it said also this one has that illusion where it looks like the bottom is larger than the top when it's positioned at one point in the sky. But it's
I'm
it's
feeling
kind of
you.
like a red
I'm
moon.
feeling you, moon. The bottom is way bigger than the top.
You have a hunter's moon.
I do. I do. I have a cavernous flat moon. When's that one?
I don't see it on the list. I'm looking. No, I don't see it on the list.
No cavernous
anywhere.
flat moon? Where's the hairy moon?
That's another one I don't have on this list. Obviously, I'm sure it's on a list somewhere.
Got to be on somebody's list.
It's got to be. And then some cool news, though, if you're a Netflix fan. I was going to pass this along, too. There's a movie that's out this weekend. I think it came out. It's already out. Following up, they had the Breaking Bad TV series, which was awesome.
Fantastic.
They followed that up with Better Call Saul, which was a prequel, which ended up being
Insane.
as good.
Yeah.
Right? And it's all about Walter White. And Aaron Paul played his cohort.
Jesse.
Yeah. Pinkerton, right?
Yep.
And Jesse, Aaron Paul, actually, has teamed up with one of the producers, and now they're reuniting for a Netflix special called El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. And I was kind of like, oh boy, is this going to, they got really lucky with the first two because, the first one, obviously, and then follow up with anything. It's always tough to have that follow up.
Jesse's such a good character, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said that one of the things about that TV show that was really cool is the way it was set up. Walter White was the leading character, but Jesse was very dominant in this series, but it's all about the story about Walter White. So when Academy Award time came around, he was for Best Actor and Jesse was supporting actor, and they both won. So they were never up against each other, even though it seems like you needed both of them.
Yeah, you did.
To have the show.
Yep, agreed.
And so they went forward to make this TV special, which again is called El Camino. And this, I was like, I wanted to find out more about it. And apparently it takes place immediately in the aftermath of the finale of Breaking Bad. So, Better Call Saul went to the beginning.
This is right after.
Leading up to it. This is immediately at the end when Jesse drives away from that firefight that left, quote, a lot of Nazis and also Walter White dead. Okay, so it's like 2 hours. It's not a large time frame that they're covering, and it's not a big storyline either. A lot of cameos. You're going to see some of Jesse's cohorts back in there again as well, some of his buddies. And they said it's just a lot of references that'll make you giggle if you watched and followed the show. Do you know when the finale of Breaking Bad was?
Oh, gosh. It had to be 6 or 7 years ago?
2009.
Yeah. Wow. 10 years ago.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's craziness.
It is. And they said, honestly, this show is really good. It could stand on its own, but having the references makes it that much more enjoyable. And it's really for the people who, if you're that kind of person, when you watch the end of a movie, Walter White died. He was the star of the show. Nothing else should matter. But you're the ones that are like, but Jesse just drove off. What's going to happen to Jesse?
Now we'll know. I wish more shows would do that. Once they end on TV, wrap it up in a movie. Wrap it because you can do whatever. Wrap it up on something instead of having to cram it.
Sopranos
No,
didn't do that, did they?
No, they didn't. They ended up, and over the years, I've learned to respect and enjoy that final episode. I was pissed at first, but if they would know, okay, we're going to do 5 seasons of this whatever show, and then this is how we know how it's going to end. Let's fill out the middle on TV, and then let's wrap it up with some big, huge cinematic explosion.
I would love that.
That would be awesome.
I would love that. I think that more movies could do that. That they could benefit from that, or more TV shows could benefit from
and
that.
they could make a lot of money.
Tie up all the ends. There are others that have tried to do that too.
Sex in the City doesn't count. The first one was good. But the rest of them weren't.
But yeah, they need to do that. And I like them bringing this back because it was such a popular show.
Yeah.
It means seriously now, moving forward with Jesse, I like that.
We want to thank Kugler Vision for being a sponsor and a supporter of us through our podcast. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. KuglerVision.com. Just a ton of information, super easy to navigate. It is definitely the epitome of user-friendly. If you're looking for information about having any procedures on your eyes, if you have glasses or contacts, and you are considering the possibilities of not having contacts or glasses, I know I wish I would have done it way sooner than I did. One of the things that they pointed out talking to Stephanie at Kugler Vision, that you don't really think about when you have glasses or contacts is every year you go get your eyes tested. Your eyes are constantly changing to begin with. And if you have a deficit, it's going to make a difference and they need to tweak it because you don't want to be looking through lenses that are not correct.
That hurts.
So you end up changing your prescription, which, well, I might as well get new frames because, now they're stylish, right?
Right.
So, whatever. And same with your contacts. So you're basically renting your vision.
Which is it's a crazy, you think that's crazy, but think about it. It's true.
It is.
You really are. You're renting your good vision.
And instead of renting it, you do it one time and it's yours. Seriously, the amount of money saved if you, just going in and getting the complete battery of tests done to make sure that everything's still on track and what my possibilities are moving forward.
And you go in and you set your consultation. You set that appointment on the website. Let them know that you heard about it on the Pat and JT podcast, and then 2020 could be in your future.
Right, and it could happen the same day.
That's right. Very cool.
Kuglervision.com. One thing I wanted to throw out there before we. I know we've got some email messages. I don't know. We may not get to them in this episode. Some emails and some text messages and some voicemail and all that other stuff. And I'm going to just throw this out here every once in a while for the next few episodes as a reminder. If you are into marketing kind of stuff, the Omaha chapter. I heard that click.
Did you? Dang it, we're using new microphones, so I can't click anymore. Crap.
The Omaha chapter of the American Marketing Association has invited us to do a presentation at one of their kind of like a lunch and learn kind of thing on October 23rd. And if you go to their Facebook page, you'll see the post. If you go to my Facebook page, Pat and JT's Facebook, Parkville Media's Facebook page. Exactly. You'll see the post if you're interested, if that's kind of like your thing, or you want to know more about podcasting and business. It's going to be sponsored by the Silverstone Group. So thank you for that. And it will be at their location on Miracle Hill Drive. And October 23rd is when it is. It's just an hour long. So we're going to do like a short presentation, then do a Q&A and kind of.
I'm excited about it.
I am too.
It's going to be fun.
So if you're kind of in that position, maybe you have your own business and you're thinking about it. And trust me, we've got plenty of people that have their own businesses that are doing podcasts. You've wanted one, or you have the content, but you aren't sure how to structure it, how to put it together. Or maybe you've got it put together, but you don't know how to record it. Or maybe you want to record it, but you don't know how to edit it.
We got it all covered for you. Yeah.
All that
you
stuff.
just come with the idea and whatever, and we'll help you get there.
And if you don't even know, you're thinking, well, a podcast, everybody's doing them, but how the hell will that help me? We'll show you.
There's a way.
We'll talk about it. And so it's not going to be a long, drawn-out affair. It's just, like I said, it's an hour-long total, and they will have some snacks.
Good.
So thank you for that, Silverstone.
Very good.
Appreciate that.
So yeah, on our Facebook page, it's Pat and JT. You'll find that. It's shared. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, it's Pat and JT. And then in the next episode, we'll do voicemail, 402-403-9478, and your text messages and everything. Thank you very much for listening to our podcast.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Parkville Media Production.